Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here tonight on this. I'm here to back here. I'm here for my last video for the night. I'll be back, well, for like, probably until 2 o'clock about 2 o'clock for the Kentucky-South Carolina recap. It's a busy day, so I'm going to get my news video in here. It's going to be a busy Saturday today. A lot of recaps, so I'm going to get my news video in now. So, starting with some NBA here. Kevin Durant was reportedly open to joining the Heat instead of the Warriors per Ramona Shelburne and Windhorst. He was open to go to the Heat, apparently. But they decided not to trade him, and they kept him. Whatever. KD with Spo, Bam, and Tyler could have been extremely fun, though. So on the big pod with Shaq, he talked about the trade with the Lakers and Dallas. He says the Mavericks won the trade. It's that one friend that tries to be different. Sure, Max Christie's good, but come on, you're not taking Max Christie over a freaking superstar in Luka. How is it possible that these guys know so little about the game? When will you all realize most of these old NBA players do not know the game? Just because they play and were given God-given abilities to play basketball does not mean they know hoops. Maybe in the short term this could help, but in the long term, no. So the Wizards were willing to trade to get Bradley Beal back. Oh boy! Per the same two sources, of all the teams Phoenix conveys. Sources say only the Washington Wizards and Atlanta Hawks would have considered taking on Beal if he'd waive his no trade clause to go there. Phoenix clung to that hope for weeks, hoping that if they could somehow improve their package to incentivize these teams to participate, and other trades the Wizards and Hawks were working on fell through, then maybe there would have been a path to a deal. I think Bradley Beal's still good. He's just unfortunately making a lot of money. I don't know if a team wants to take on that contract. Like, the Wizards are trying to build a culture of young players. And that's why they're trying to get some vets. Trying to mentor the younger players. So the Mavericks organization, they worry about Nico Harris's safety. I think they had a game. Didn't they have a game tonight or something? Nico Harris has been subjected to death threats. Security's going to be beefed up. Or it was beefed up. There will be protests outside lines being crossed. Damn. Nico Harris, a meet and greet. I mean, look, I don't like the trade. Okay, I'm not saying it's reasonable to send death threats, but I mean, what did you expect? I mean, look, I think sending death threats are too far, but come on, what did he expect? Did he expect people to be happy? Oh yay, we traded Luka. Maybe he did expect this, but the Mavs security just and let him go. So the Miami Heat reportedly offered Jimmy Butler and Josh Richardson to Phoenix. Jimmy Butler and Josh Richardson. Not even a pick. Pandeo face. So Brian Windhorst says Kevin Durant wasn't happy with his name being involved in trade talks and could be traded this summer. Suns treated him like a role player. So Ben Simmons met with the Clippers, Cavs, and Rockets today. So the Ben Simmons sweepstakes has begun. I had to laugh. I'm sorry. The Ben Simmons sweepstakes. And I'm not going to bother talking about Kendrick Perkins. So Pat Riley, he reportedly cried. During his meeting with Jimmy Butler in an attempt to get him to say, but Butler reportedly viewed him as unhinged and became even more convinced to leave the Heat, per The Athletic. I mean, do we really need this information? Jimmy's like, nothing make me stay here, and Pat Riley's trying to cry. Yeah, sure, he was crying. Yeah, sure. So here's a fun little thing. LiAngelo Ball will be performing on All-Star Saturday Night, February 15th at Chase Center's first televised show. I'm swerving that corner, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, big, that 2 for 2, or 3 for 3 for Mr. LeVar Ball. Hey, Kendrick Lamar. LiAngelo Ball's here. We're good. I might swerve in that corner, whoa. Hey, and Ball brother at least made the All-Star game. Los Angeles Lakers have signed Jordan Goodwin, 2-way deal. Wow. So the 3-point contest for All-Star Weekend. Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Cam Johnson, Damian Lillard, Norman Powell. Oh boy, I can't wait to watch Buddy Hield in the fucking 3-point contest. I mean, he's not that bad in the 3-point contest from the 3-point contest he's been in. Golden State Warriors are converting Quentin Postis to a 2-year standard NBA contract. He's best center on our roster, but that ain't saying much. Torrey Craig agreed to a deal with the Boston Celtics. Thunder guard AJ Mitchell, 2-year, $6 million contract. The Charlotte Hornets are signing Elfrid Payton to a 10-day contract. He returned to the NBA earlier this season for the Pelicans, including a 14-point, 21-assist game performance. Oh boy, signing with the Hornets. Oh great. But yeah, it's all the NBA. So we're talking about some wrestling here quickly, some releases that happened. And some qualifying matches announced for SmackDown next week. Sonya Deville got released by WWE via Fightful Select. No more PFC. Fine. I mean, Sonya Deville's just not that good. I mean, she's had a lot of chances and she's just not that good. I mean, she couldn't even put get on a good match with Io Sky, so. Blair Davenport got released. It's probably the worst release. I mean, they brought her up to the main roster just to not do anything with her, just to release her. I mean, calling her up to the main roster, they don't book her and then they release her. They shouldn't have called her up. I just don't know. I mean, they should just kept her down in NXT if they didn't have plans for her. Another qualifying match that's announced for next week is Chelsea Green and Naomi. That's the final qualifying match for the women's side, so is Io Sky really not going to be in the Elimination Chamber? I'm really losing interest for WrestleMania, man. I mean, it wasn't even fantasy booked for me. It's just matches that made sense I thought would happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm still going to watch WrestleMania, but my god. WWE released the Authors of Pain. RIP to the Final Testament. So Cross is basically going solo. Now everybody's going to act like they love the Final Testament. And they also released Paul Ellering. He was just there. So. Drew McIntyre and Alexa Bliss advanced to their Elimination Chamber. So good to see Drew McIntyre advance. There's another qualifying match next week. Fatu, Strowman, and Priest.
Next week.
That's gonna cook, pal. Jacob Fatu. We want to see Jacob Fatu win. And Bianca Belair has advanced to Elimination Chamber. Well, if Io Sky ain't in it, basically tells you Bianca Belair's gonna win and face Rhea Ripley in a rushed feud. Cedric Alexander's announced he's no longer with WWE. Unknown if it's a release or contract expiration. Hey, he can go to AEW and be with the Hurt Syndicate. Drew McIntyre has officially joined SmackDown. On Raw, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez in 2 weeks. And already got Roxanne on Raw. Hopefully she actually beats Raquel. Seth Rollins shares his perfect plan this year WrestleMania to beat Cody Rhodes for the undisputed top. Pfft, yeah, right. You're gonna be in a triple threat match, buddy. WWE's had discussions to host this year's Money in the Bank event from an international location. I don't know where they're gonna go, but it's gonna be an international location. But yeah, that's all for wrestling here. So, a little bit of MLB I want to talk about. Left-handed reliever Tim Hill and the New York Yankees are in agreement on a one-year, $2.85 million contract at 2.05 ERA in 44 innings for the Yankees last year. So, good choice bringing him back. Chicago Cubs, they acquired Ryan Brazier from my Dodgers in a trade. He's 37, was DFA'd last week, so he's going to get leverage innings for Chicago. It's a good pickup, man. Cubs made some nice moves this offseason, but with the way our team stacked, I mean, somebody was going to get DFA'd. Ben Gamble with the Houston Astros, a one-year, $1 million contract. Pete Alonso, the saga 2 days ago finally ended, and him and the New York Mets were in agreement on a free agent contract. Sources tell ESPN. It's pending. I think it was pending a physical, but I'm sure it's already passed now. But it's $54 million over 2 years for Pete Alonso. So he's staying in New York. I kind of figured he would. Ipe Muzara, Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter, was sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison. So, 5 years in prison. Trey Mancini, a veteran first baseman outfielder, a comeback. I think he's going to have an invitation to spring training. So, comeback there. So, that's a few MLB things there from Jeff Passion that I want to talk about. Do some NFL here quickly. So some injury updates for the Super Bowl. Brandon Graham with the elbow was a full participant. Is listed as questionable for his, I believe, his final career game, which is a good sign. He's full participant. Devontae Smith, the hamstring was limited, but has no game status and will play. And Sky Moore, name I haven't heard in a while, Chiefs wide receiver with an abdomen injury, is doubtful. Yes, Sky Moore. So, the NFL. For the first time next season, the NFL will play a regular season game in Dublin, Ireland. Oh boy, Pat McAfee gonna get drunk. Yeah, they're gonna be playing, and the Steelers will be the designated home team in Dublin. Poor fans. Have to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Anything else here? Not really. There's a few NFL things. So I'll talk about some NASCAR news in this video here. So, GK Racing confirmed they'll attempt the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series opener at Daytona. I believe with Clay Greenfield, most likely as the driver. Carvana has unveiled Jimmy Johnson's and Shaquille O'Neal designed paint scheme and fire suit for the Daytona 500. Something tells me that was done before their interaction on X. NASCAR says it's not concerned with the level of promotion Fox Sports has given it this offseason, pointing out the IndyCar is new to Fox this year, while NASCAR has been on the network since 2001. When will NASCAR be concerned about the beyond subpar production quality from NASCAR on Fox that fans have been complaining about for years? Guess they're just complacent with it. With their camera shots, putting their camera shots on kids. And they wonder why people complain about the fucking broadcasts. Grant County Mulch will sponsor Grandfinger in 7 truck races in 2025. Akinori Ogata has formed his own NASCAR truck team. He'll field the number 63 Toyota Tundra TRD in select races. So, oh boy. Steve Phelps says NASCAR's in talks with its 3 OEMs about involving its race cars. What's the future power plant going to look like? What's the fuel going to look like? What is the body style going to look like? How do we differentiate, how the fuck you say that word? It's the series. The series was different before the Gen 7, so can't wait. Do not touch the Xfinity cars, please. Leave the Xfinity cars alone. That's all to say here. Peace, and Donald Trump will be the Daytona 500.